Now here on this screen you are told which dimensions are affected by the sizing. So if we go down, we've had the chest, now we go to the waist. You see the little picture here? It's showing you what part of the body or the garment will be affected by this measurement. Now it says waist or hip here because that would depend on what your garment is. And we're going to do a basic sweater. So if we want it to come down to below the waist, we have to decide what the widest part is going to be on the lower part of the garment. So say 92 centimeters at the waist or the hip, which in this case will probably be the hip. Shoulder to shoulder goes across the back, as you can see with the green arrow, goes from shoulder to shoulder. So it's the shoulder width of the garment. Nape to garment length is the length of the garment from the back of the neck. If you put your hand to the back of your neck, you can feel a little knobbly bone there when you bend your head forwards. That's the nape of your neck. And the measurement is from there down to the length of the garment, as the green arrow suggests. Arm length is from the top of the sleeve to the cuff. It's not from the back of the neck. Upper arm is round the widest part of your arm. The wrist is round your wrist. Now on the right here we've got a lot of ease measurements. And if you look to the right again, you can see here the body width at the armpit and the body width at row 1. These refer to literally to that, where you start your garment, if you're knitting it conventionally from the bottom upwards, and where you start decreasing for your armhole, the widths of the garment and the entire garment length. Now these are relative to the chest, which is relative to the body width at the armpit, the waist or the hip, that's relative to the body width at row 1, and the entire garment length that is relative to nape to garment length. So if you start fiddling around with these ease figures here on the right, you will change the body width at the armpit. So if I change this ease figure here, 20 to 10, you see how this figure has changed. Body width at the armpit has got smaller. It's been reduced by 5 centimeters because each side of the body width has 5 centimeters in order to take away the 10 I did here. So let's look again at the next one. Let's try changing the waist width. At the moment it's saying the body width at row 1 is 53.5 centimeters and the ease is 15 centimeters. So if I make the ease 0 and now click down here, that should change to 46, which it does because I've taken all that ease measurement out. Now if I put 10 centimeters back in there and click on it, this measurement will now change to 51 because I'm not altering the body size, I'm altering the ease allowance in the garment. So it's a safer way of adding sizing to a garment than trying to fiddle around with the body sizing here, unless you know you definitely want to change body sizing. Work with your ease figures. So let's put these back to what they were, which was 20. And if you move down here, the bottom of the box, this is the ease setting. You've got your choice again, 0, casual, classic or oversize. Let's go to 0 and see what happens. They've all the ease has been set to 0. Therefore you are just working with the body measurements. So if you wanted a very, very fitted garment, you would choose these measurements, but it would be quite difficult to wear. So let's go back to classic ease. And now it adds in a smaller amount of ease. Go to casual, slightly more ease. So let's go with the casual. We're happy with that now. We'll say OK.